Hey everybody, Juice here, your host of all the battle reports here at the Long War, where we always keep it icy. Big special shout out and thanks to all our Long War veterans. If you haven't already, you know what to do. Go to longwar.net, become a veteran of the Long War today. Riley is back in the house.
Glad to be here.
Man, what an epic showdown we had last time. It was like 4-1, good guys versus you.
I mean, look, it's all a matter of perspective, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. Riley, thank you for being in the Beats Lab today.
Hey,
We've got a special, super special second edition with a $300 budget battle beatdowns. Here it is. We've got it, and I couldn't think of anybody better than to bring back the Golden Sentinels, get it going for round 2 of it.
Yep.
So here we go, and I love, Riley, I love your Marines, and I love the aspect when you've got stuff, all your dev squads aren't all missiles, all your dev squads, you know, you throw in heavy bolter situations there, so when I thought about it, call up my man Riley, let's see what we got. So without further ado, let's give this a cut, let's figure out what you got for $300, and let's see what I got.
All right, sounds good. What's up, everybody? Here's my $300 worth of Imperial Fists. What I got here is one squad of Space Marines, always a staple here. I got a Rhino for my boys to ride in. Rocking a Devastator squad here with some missile launchers, las cannon, a plasma gun, that venerable Dreadnought kit, which is so sexy. Another squad of Space Marines, and I have some Stern Guard guys, my captain, and my librarian here in the front.
$300 of Grey Knights in all its glory. So here we go. Let's break down my $300 budget. Veterans, we've got 5-man squad of Paladins. Can't go into the store. Look at that. Can't go into a GW store anywhere and say that this Paladin kit is not one of the sickest kits you've seen, right? Also, the guy behind the counter told me that I had to buy the 10-man box of Strike Squad. You need troop choices. So cool. I bought them. Also, I cannot turn down Razorbacks. Tank chassis with guns on top, sign me up. I want you to know the reason why I walked into the store, bought my Grey Knight is because of this model right here. I know some people try to say that, oh, he looks like a baby carriage. It looks like, no, he doesn't. He looks pimp. I love it. He's going to be jumping around the board, shooting his flamer. Also, we all know getting into the hobby with being Space Marines, this is the original OG. Got to have a Dreadnought. I'm like, if I have this guy, I got these guys together, I must automatically win every game that I play. I switched over here and went ahead and picked up another box of Terminator. They said Terminators are troop choices for this army, which normally doesn't happen, so why not run them? We've got my HQ choice. Brother Captain Stern does his Thug Thizzle. And ladies and gentlemen, the pimp of the universe, the next emperor of all mankind, Khaldor Drago. What a solid 2 armies. Let's just talk about points, because we didn't do that in either one of the army sections right there.
No.
Come to find out, if you only got $300 to spend with a minor discount, right?
Yeah, I think like 15% is what we took.
Go Grey Knights, homie.
Absolutely.
With very little upgrades, I'm racking in at like just under 1,400 points.
And
are you kidding me? I said that one more time. Hold on. I walked into the hobby store, talked to the random guy behind the counter because I don't know anything. And he told me, I saw what a beautiful Dreadnought is. I saw a Dreadnought. I saw these things. Obviously, I said, who is the baddest ass dude alive? Obviously, he said Khaldor Drago, you know. So, and all that cost me was $300, and I got basically with upgrades a 1,500 point army. Now, you know, we're not big fans of going in and giving every upgrade there is possible, but sometimes that's what you do. That's what I did whenever I was just kicking it in the beginning, you know.
When you're new, that's how it happens.
Yeah, so, but you're saying you get a competitive, and I really like this build.
It's a good list.
I mean, are you kidding me? So for as of right now, maybe what we'll do after about 4 or 5 of these, we'll go like rank it 1 to 10. Who is the best for $300? I'm just going to go ahead and let you know right now. I'm going to put my chips in with Khaldor Drago and the Grey Knights.
Easily.
Okay, but I don't want to poo-poo on how good just a Space Marine is with all their variant of weapon upgrades, all their variant of everything else that they actually get to put in each one of their little squads.
In every Space Marine kit, I mean, just the tactical squad kit, you've got a good variety of special weapons, heavy weapons.
Variety.
Even comes with some combi weapons, Stormbolter to kit out your sergeant with.
Riley,
and it's all $50.
I don't want to interrupt you on that, but I do want to caveat. I was talking to him on the phone. I said, homie, look, don't be coming up to the Beats Lab with all missile launchers and stuff. If you can't make it with that kit, with what you would buy, you got to keep it in that realm. And so we were talking, and Riley, so you bought, because of the double tack squads, 10 mans, the stern guard, the dev squads, you've got a plethora of weapons.
Oh, yeah.
The tag squads come with a one combi weapon each, so you build it and you put that combi weapon there into your stern guard. The stern guards come with heavy weapons, you put those there. The tag squads come with missile launchers, so that's how come you were able to put an extra missile launcher somewhere. And you use the heavy bolter into the... So you see what I'm saying, guys? Like, what a Swiss Army knife of weapons and upgrades that the entire army gets to share.
And unlike some of the other armies where the heavy weapon guys have a different appearance on the model itself, Space Marines all are wearing that Mark 7 power armor. You can switch them around, swap them out. So if you've got your Devastator squad with las cannons, but you think maybe I want to run some las cannons in with my regular tactical squads, you just do it.
Yeah,
There's no need to repaint, no need to remodel.
Absolutely, and you can easily upgrade somebody else to make him look. There's enough, cherubs and upgrades and iconography and scrolls that you can put on guys. And I think above a lot of people we've had on, you and your Marines that are each one individually named and everything really showcase that. So I just wanted to drive home just a little bit more on when you're doing it at your own store, if you're doing anything else, and you've got this budget beatdown challenge, out there, just remember, Space Marines are going to give you weapon upgrades. For example, before we move on to the mission, if I have for my Hive Tyrant and my NIDS and stuff, and I get a heavy Venom cannon on my Carnifex, that weapon is 2 times the size it is for a warrior, right? Mm-hmm. So it is really tough. Now we can make what you see is what you get, and mod it up and whatever. But it's not just a plug and play, okay? No. A Devourer is this big, and then a Devourer for my Dreadnought or for my Hive Tyrant is this big. So it is really clutch and cool how the Space Marines have that option.
Easily the most versatile army in 40K.
Absolutely. So let's talk about it. We know a couple things that happens with these battle breakdowns, budget breakdowns, we only play on a 4-foot board.
Yep.
We don't have as many models. We don't have things. Sometimes it's limited. Okay, so it's a 4-foot board. Also, there's not more than 5 turns, 1 through 5.
That's it.
It good, the bad, and the ugly. It's going to happen. It's going to happen quick. All right, so that's a lot less space to run away from, a lot less more action, starting on turns 1 through infinity, right? It just happens that quick. So we're going to do straight up kill points, right? There's no relic, there's no objective, there's no anything. We've got 2 Space Marine chapters that are going to duke it out to see who reigns supreme.
Yep.
We've got the
Golden Sentinels
versus Khaldor Drago and his bodyguards, because that's what they are. So, or actually, I guess Khaldor Drago is the ultimate bodyguard for the rest of the Grey Knights, right?
I mean, that may be how it works. I think we're going to put a couple holes in your theory and your armor.
You're probably right. So, we've got straight kill points, Dawn of War deployment. Now that we have all that, we know what it's going down, and we know that the 3 others are Linebreaker, First Bloodslay, the Warlord.
Of course, as always.
Which we like, right? So let's talk about what we think and how we think it's going to go down in the Beats Lab today. I'll go first. I truly believe that Drago is going to walk his happy ass all around this entire field and do what he wants. But hindsight, I always believe that Drago is going to do that.
Yeah.
And so that is nothing new. I want to talk about 2 things that the Grey Knights can do that I don't believe that your Golden Sentinels can. A, survivability. I have most of the stuff that I'm going to give you has a 2-up save, multiple wounds. My Paladins feel no pain. Paladins actually are probably going to be really good, I think, in these lower point games because of the multiple wounds, because of this. Also, I have speed. I have units that can deep strike in. I've got a Dread Knight that can teleport and shunt. I've got moving and running units. I've got Rhinos and Razorbacks that can haul ass and turbo boost and things like that. So, durability and speed. What you got, homie?
Well, my Golden Sentinels bring firepower. The Space Marines, as played from the Vanilla Codex, have always been a really great shooty army. They've got access to a lot of good heavy weapons, and I think that's really going to be my saving grace. I think these las cannons that I've got, the Dreadnought with this twin-link las cannon, the Devastator squad with the crack missiles, plasma cannon, las cannon, the heavy bolters with that bolter drill, and the Imperial Fist tactical squads are going to really be the heroes of the day here.
Stern guard with a bunch of grav.
Yes.
Plasma guns thrown in. Like, you have a plethora. You have a huge amount of firepower and a big arsenal in your disposal.
And on top of it all, I did bring a librarian with me, and if you watched the last time we met up, one psychic power, invisibility, was the difference between me winning and losing that game. And I think that's, again, it's going to be the difference between me winning and losing here. Taking a librarian, he's got the Bones of Ozrak on him, so he's got that extra warp charge and re-rolling psychic test just to make sure he is getting invisibility off at every possible opportunity.
Absolutely. That's in the games where you actually roll it, so you got to get it, so that's actually going to be clutch. I can't wait to see if Riley can go 2 for 2 with games with getting invisibility. Well, look, let's not chit-chat, talk this cute little banter anymore. Drago's ready to be unleashed.
Let's get our beatdown on.
Here it is. Riley, let's get this battle report going. Here we go. Deployment sides. A long war will always be to 4.
Yeah,
you get to choose that.
All right.
Now, for the big roll, let's see who deploys first, potentially goes first. Ooh, we get to
Rolling
do
off.
this again.
And it looks like a long war beats it too.
Absolutely. So you get to choose to go first?
All right, yeah.
Absolutely.
Always.
So the next roll that you'll see is me rolling this long war. Good, because the next roll will be a long war to seize on Riley.
Yeah.
And here in the Beats Lab, we always try to keep the freshest terrain and mats on deck. Today, GameMat.eu is coming in so hot. They've got the Quarantine mat. This is literally my favorite. We've only used it a couple other times. We use a lot of their others, but every time this one comes out, it always puts a smile on my face.
It's a gorgeous, great urban mat.
Absolutely. And this terrain, this a staple now in the Beats Lab, is the industrial set pre-painted stuff that they have. Comes to you just like this out of the box. It ranges anywhere between $100 and $150. Check them out, GameMat.eu. All right, models have been set up. It's so fresh. I love this this battle mat. This is one of my favorites. I'm glad that we're able to use this today. But without further ado, this is that. I called a 6 earlier, so let's see if I can convert.
Let's see if you can pull it off.
Nope. I rolled a 2 earlier, I think. Times 3 is 6.
Yes. Hey, that math works out. Let's rock and roll, man.
Here we go.
So the goal here for this turn, that Razorback with the las cannons right there is really going to be a thorn in my side. So my priority one is to take these Devastators and try and knock that thing out. Those Paladins, I don't think they're going to be that big of a threat until they get in close. So they're definitely priority number 2. But those Razorbacks, that Dread Knight, the Dreadnought, those heavy hitters are going to be my first priority on turn 1. Alright, so we're going to check the range for my Devastators over to this Razorback, and we're definitely good. The only thing I'm worried about is that Plasma Cannon, but he is well within range. So, first shot, we'll do the las cannon. And that's a hit.
Side armor 11.
Yep. And they do have tank hunters, because these are Imperial Fists. That is a pen.
That is a pen. I am obscured behind this ruin, as you can see. It literally, I was like, when I was deploying this, I was like, this is the epitome of what obscured looks like in the rulebook. So I will take my 4-up save and not stick it. So roll your result, homie. This is +1. Damn!
Oh,
first shot.
Rolling
first
like fire today.
Kaboom! All right, I got 5 guys inside, man. If you want to try to wound them,
I think I shall.
That is gone. Wow, sounds good. 4 of them are wounded. Everybody without a side cannon, and drop 2. That's what a $40 dev squad will put work in on a Rhino. Like tank hunting las cannon, didn't need the tank hunting. Rhino gone. Your $40 killed the shit out of my $40.
Easily. I love it. Next up, we got this twin link las cannon going into his dreadnought over there.
A little dreadnought on dreadnought action.
Oh yeah.
Normally got to pay extra for that.
Yep. Oh, it is all for the low price of $50 for this venerable dreadnought. We're in range. We're gonna fire off that twin link las cannon. Here we go. That's a hit. Roll for armor penetration. Now he doesn't get tank hunters because dreadnoughts don't get chapter tactics.
That is a glance.
Yep.
Am I obscured at all, or do you see me unimpededly?
I see you totally unimpeded, brother.
All right, man. That is a whole point gone. Can't do anything about it. I have 2 left.
By the end of the first turn, I got one of my goals done. Got some really great rolls blowing up that Razorback, but my heavy bolters didn't manage to score any wounds on Drago and his buddies.
A good Drago will do that every once in a while.
Yeah, he's known to pull that off once or twice.
My turn 1. Riley was an easy first blood Razorback kill right there. So it's time for me to answer kill point for kill point. So I just got to find him. All right, so in the movement phase, that's what a lot of today's or this turn's movement is going to be. I'm just going to go ahead and move, turbo boost, whatever is needed to be done to get out of sight here. Again, Dread Knight is going to do about the same thing. I'm actually going to try to stay away from that dev squad, and there's a bunch of grab in that Rhino if I'm not mistaken. Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, I have a big kind of star here. There's no point in me moving and shooting 2 side cannons, planking. I'd rather take a D6 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and move and run all simultaneously. So I get to move in 11 inches total on turn 1. I've been running Terminator big units with characters for a long time now, since the beginning of 5th. And I love having walking units, and everybody's like, oh, they're never going to get to me. They're never going to get to me. And then all of a sudden I'm assaulting on turn 2. So, that's where we're at. Big phase here. We've got the Psychics. So I have a D6 plus 8. So I'm going to be rocking 11 total dice. This gives me all kind of play here. Without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and give me my Dread Knight plus 1 invulnerable save. That goes off on 2. Riley, would you like to stop that? You have 5 total dice.
I think I'm not going to. No.
Yeah, makes sense. Brother Captain Stern is going to give plus 1 invulnerable save to his unit. That is going to go off on 3 dice. And you want to interact with that?
No, I'm waiting for the big one coming out of Drago.
Okay. We are now going to go with Drago is going to try to cast Gate of Infinity. Well, maybe it's a little too soon for Gate of Infinity. I actually feel okay where I'm at. He's going to cast, the Paladin unit is going to cast Force. Does not go off. And I think that's it. I think I'm good. So it wasn't a pretty turn 1 with a lot of flash and twirls and spins, but it was a productive. Move behind terrain, Super Saiyan up with a 2-up invulnerable save Drago, which comes stock. Now with Brother Captain Stern as his partner, and we just got a brace for the firepower that Riley's going to bring down.
My plan for turn 2 is getting these guys out here to be a screen for my Rhino with the Stern Guard in it, so we can hop out and try and put something like a wound on Drago and his buddies, and maybe see what we can do with these heavy bolters, these devastators, and all that. After the movement phase, didn't really want to move much, but I did get my combat squad, over there to screen the Stern Guard, my Chapter Master, and my Librarian. So now we're going to move into the Psychic phase, see how much we get on that community die. And a whopping 2.
So I'm going to be at 8, homie.
And I'm going to be at
plus 2
5.
is 10. Okay.
Now I got 5 here. Normally that Librarian only generates 2 warp charges, but because I'm playing Imperial Fists, I picked the Bones of Ozrak off the Sentinels of Terror relic list, which means that I both reroll failed psychic tests and I generate an additional warp charge every turn.
That dude's like a little mini Tigurius. Like,
he really
pro
is.
tip, Imperial Fist, and Tiggy. See, they have their own Tiggy.
The fists are back. Fists are back and better than ever in this new codex.
Here we go. So what do you got up for us?
I'm going to commit everything I got to invisibility.
I understand why.
It looks like that goes off.
It does go off, so I'm going to attempt to stop it with my 10 dice. I do not, sir. Yes. You are invisible.
Woo! All right, all of my grav guns are in range except for one of them, so we're going to pump all those shots into Drago and see what happens.
And everybody's within 9 inches of Drago, so he wants to take it. It was a match made in heaven.
Oh, yeah. And looks like we got...
The 3 1s can't do anything.
3 1s definitely can't do anything with those, but I got 5 hits on him. We're rolling the wound. He's got a 2-up armor save,
Everybody's
so I need
got a
2s to 1 wound. Ouch. So it's 3 wounds on Drago's face.
I feel confident. 3 2-ups. There we go.
Easy.
Easy peasy.
Next, I got a combi plasma coming out of my chapter master, also at Drago and Pals. That's a hit.
And you look like, where's chapter master at?
Right.
Oh, he's within 12, homie. I don't even need the tape measure for that. So,
all right.
It's a plasma pistol or plasma gun?
Plasma gets a combi plasma, so I do get an extra one.
Yeah. 2 hits?
That's 2 hits. Looks like 1 wound.
One wound. Here we go. 2-up save on Drago.
Passes. Too easy. 10 bolter shots coming out of the tactical squad at Drago as well. Watch it. The grav guns weren't able to do anything. The plasma wasn't able to do anything, but one of these bolters are going to get through.
It always happens. Now, you have some bolter drill. Look at all those long wars. 2
1s here that get to re-roll because they are Imperial Fists. This one didn't make it, but 9 out of 10 ain't bad. Gonna roll those wounds.
Go for 4s.
Ooh, still a lot of long wars going on.
Yeah, just because I could roll epic. No, I'm not. I'm gonna feel confident. I got 5 saves on Drago. Look at this.
2 wounds.
2 feel no pains because of the apothecary.
All right.
Literally, everybody at home, that is unreal.
Called it.
Drago takes 2 wounds, not even just 1. Takes 2 wounds to bolter fire. Nothing to grav. Gotta love it.
The end of turn 2, I feel it was a really, really productive turn. These bolters here, MVP right now, put 2 wounds on Caldor Drago. This las cannon managed to get 1 more wound off on that Nemesis Dread Knight. Whole lot of other shooting and a whole lot of absolutely nothing. We'll see how it goes in turn 3.
All right, Drago is up on turn 2. I do owe you, I've got a 5-man squad of Terminators. See if they come in. They're not here with us yet, but I'm in a good position. Riley forgot to mention that there's that dreadnought, that pesky dreadnought back there, vaped one of my side cannons on the flank there. So I am a little wounded, a little hurt, but I still feel like I have enough ass whooping in this squad to go over there and try to mess with those guys. Even though they're invisible, I'm going to try to blow through this screen and get back to those meat and potatoes of Riley's army. You know, we talk about the best point value in the game. I want to talk about the best dollar value, $22.25, full retail for Caldor Drago. That is unreal. He is the same point cost as Brother Captain Stern back here, or excuse me, the same dollar cost. I just can't believe it. It is unimaginable how solid he is for the cheap, on the low.
Oh, yeah.
So, we are in the psychic phase. Pretty important right now. We need Drago. Drago has $1 billion. Excuse me. That is the 6 community dice.
He has all of the psychic dice.
All the dice plus 8 because we've still got everybody alive. This could be a huge turn for the Grey Knights. Hopefully, if I can capitalize on a few things. 8.
If I recall correctly, actually, you don't have everybody alive. I did whack one.
No, but for psychic purposes, it doesn't affect. The unit is still there.
Yeah.
They do what they do.
All right.
So we're going to try to cast Force with the unit. Goes off. You want to try to stop it? You have 9 dice.
I was going to do it with 1 dice. I got this long war. Watch me.
Ooh. Ballsy. I love that move, Riley. Like, that's one of my pendant moves there. It's clutch when you soul crush somebody and they're like, damn it.
Often imitated, but clearly never duplicated.
Church. +1 invulnerable save here on my Dread Knight. Oh, could barely add that up. That did not go off. That's a big bite in the ass. Drago or Brother Captain Stern is going to try to cast Sanctuary. That does go off on 3 dice. Would you like to try to stop that, my brother?
Yes.
All right. You've got 8 dice left.
Yep, throwing the rest of my dice into stopping that right there.
Oh, I see. Not enough.
Nope.
A lot of 5s.
Just 1.
A lot of 5s. Lastly, we're gonna try to cast. I think that's it. I don't. With Grey Knights, I only really want to go for a couple things, the major ones. Anything else, I don't fish because no point in taking unnecessary wounds. So, pro tip by Riley there. What he did was he great screen, great way to cast invisibility, so you have double redundancy on keeping this unit alive. So what I'm going to do to try to counteract that, everybody, is I am literally going to combine firepower with this side cannon and this assault cannon. I'm closest to the front 2 models here, and here, front 3, excuse me. So I could clear a way to make unimpeded charge distance straight to that back unit. So here we go. I'm gonna just rapid fire these real quick. I got my dreadnought with the assault cannon. So 3 saves, Riley, and 1 cover. So 1 5 up. Let's go do that first.
1 5 up.
Good
Makes
champ.
it.
And 3
regular
ups.
saves. Lose 1 guy.
Lead guy down. Yep. Now I'm going to go right.
Hole.
There is a little hole, but not a lot. I want to try to optimize it, so I'm going to bust off this side cannon. Same thing. 1 measly little save, Riley.
1 save. And we got this.
All right, 2 random. I'm sorry. I forgot. Bolter on bolter, baby. I have storm bolters. I don't know about you, but so my 2 guys get 4 shots. All hits, needing 4s again. 1 save. Come on, give me a Marine down.
Let's do this, and it looks like you got a Marine down.
I mean, are you kidding me? Yep, looks like him.
All right, looks like the Sergeant goes down.
Bolters this game are showing up to play.
MVPs.
All right, last gun to fire before I get into the assault phase. I'm going to bust this down. I got this 5-man unit. Riley, do me a favor, or Robbie B, cameraman on deck. Is that all 5 in the Dreadnought? Seems good. All right. The green dice is for the Dreadnought. I needed a 6. That did not. And so 4 regular saves, homie. Bunch of 3-ups.
4 3-up armor saves. Here we go. I got 2 out of 4. Ain't bad.
50-50. That's pretty terrible. that's about my saves. All right, so Riley will get us a leadership check in just a second, and we're going to roll right into the assault phase. Here we go. We have Riley hooked me up, and it is 6 inches in between us, but I have a piece of terrain right there, so I need to stick an 8.
Stuck.
Did anybody have any doubt? Veterans, I know you didn't. Dread Knight in the love. Riley, you will get a chance here in just a second. You can pull the triggers on some Overwatch, and then over here, Drago, this is what we're going to do. I am going to multi-charge. I didn't want to lose that many attacks. No, I'm not. I'm not going to multi-charge. I'm literally, he's only got 1 model here and 1 model here in the Scream. So I'm going to need every model I can to get inside of that invisibleness. So see what happens. 1 billion inches. And now, Riley, if you'll get your dice together and Overwatch me.
For my Overwatch shots, I got 8 guys firing off the Vengeance Poison 2-up rounds. 1 guy with his grav gun. My Librarian's got a bolt pistol, and the Chapter Master has his bolt gun. So here goes some Overwatch shots.
And green is grav, right?
Green is for grav. All right, not too bad.
You got a bunch of ones?
Plenty of ones to re-roll there.
Ooh. Bolters for love. So that black dice is going to need a 4 and everybody else is a 2.
And looks like I've got 2 wounds.
Drago is going to take 1. He'll look out, sir. 2 up. Stuck it.
Safe.
Initiative step 10. Kaldor Drago is no chump. He spent many years in the war and is prepared to be the next emperor of all mankind. And for $22.25, he feels like $225. He's going to issue a challenge right now to put a beat down on anybody who steps. What do you got?
I got Captain Antiochus. Chapter Master, he's going to accept, because go big or go home.
I like it. Caldor Drago says, I am up first. I've got his Titan sword. I have 2 hits, one being master crafted. I love it when a plan comes together. So I am at strength 7. I have 3 hits, 4s, 2s, and 5s stay. Instant death, homie. Force was activated.
I got 4 up pinballs.
4 up in bone.
Let's do
Seems
this.
good. Let's do it one at a time because everybody else in your unit does not have a 4 up invulnerable save. So roll one at a time. Here we go. 4 up. Well, Captain Antiochus, he
went big and then he went home.
He literally went home. He took his ball. Drago stepped on his ball and then left. So now 2 other guys around him just die. They don't get saves. They get to go and play with Antiochus's ball.
Brother Macario and Brother Creon, your watch has ended.
All right, I got a plethora of dice here. I've got the black dice are going to be, everybody hits on 6s, but the black dice are going to be hitting, wounding on 4s. The white dice are going to be wounding on 3s. This is Brother Captain Stern, all my staves and everything. I still have a stave left, These are all the halberds. So I have 1 of each. No re-rolls or manipulation here. So I need a 3 and a 4 to convert. Got them both. So 2 more guys down. Unless you have an invulnerable save you want to try to take somewhere, i.e. 2 guys drop.
Yep, 2 guys go down.
So for anybody at home that was wondering, it's like, why didn't I, and I even kind of was second guessing myself, I want to spend a second and talk of why I didn't go ahead and pick up this easy kill point, but I didn't want to lose my 7 or 6 attacks that I would have because of a disordered charge. That was huge. He is invisible right now. I have to throw as many dice as possible to try to pick up this unit because there's a lot of kill points in it. So hindsight, I'm glad I've made this choice so far.
I get to answer back with 6 attacks.
Yeah, 2 of the guys that I just dropped before Drago. The 2 that just were removed.
Yeah.
There. Gotcha. Just letting everybody at home know. You need 4s.
All right, I got
2.
rolling the wound.
4s again.
And where were those earlier?
Box cars. We will start. Looks like it's got to be on here. No, we'll actually come. Yeah, we'll stay here. 2 up. Ooh, feel no pain. There we go. 2 up. Good to go.
Safe.
And then your librarian, homie.
He's got 3 attacks. Going into this dude here. 1 hit.
1 hit. Oh,
1 wound.
1 wound. Luckily, I have a 2-up armor save.
Yep. Which you make.
Stuck it. All right, so we have to roll some leadership checks. You shall know no fear, but you're still going to have to give me 1 at minus 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because your chapter master was 3 wounds or 4 total. Was it captain or chapter master?
Chapter Master.
Okay, so that's 4, plus Drago took 2 with him, so 6, plus another 2, 8. So leadership minus 8, a.k.a. Snake Eyes.
Yep. Let's see if they don't run away.
Oh, that's
So
as close.
close.
That's as close as it
So
comes.
close.
Now, I actually cannot follow you because I am in Terminator armor.
So we can run back and regroup.
Yeah, absolutely. So you basically have like a mock hit and run here. So roll how far you're going to go.
5 inches, enough to get us back to the metal box.
And I get a 1-inch consolidation. What a solid turn by the Grey Knights, led by Drago. The Dread Knight, that does not have a 1. He's taken a wound, has 3 wounds left. Dread Knight was able to pick up his unit, and Drago was able to pick up a kill point and have his unit running away. So, again, end of turn 2, combat everywhere in my deployments. In my opponent's deployment zone, which is really solid. A lot of people don't see that coming.
After getting a pretty decent early lead in turn 1, turn 2, I lost it almost all the way. Tried to throw my Chapter Master up in a challenge with Lord Drago. I had invisibility, I got cocky, and I paid the price. He's gone, my Stern Guard is fallen back. My only hope right now is if I can take that Dread Knight out, score some extra kill points, and turn the tide back in my favor. I've got a lot of shooting that's about to go into this Dread Knight, so we're going to start it off with my Venerable Dreadnought. We've got 2 Stormbolter shots, probably not going to do much, but the real heavy hitters at Twinling Lascannon. Let's do this. Everything hits.
6s and 2s.
Yep, 6s and 2s, and would you look at that?
Would you just look at it?
Nothing.
Would you?
Ouch. Next up, we've got the Devastators coming down the line. The Lascannon, we're going to do that on a 2-up with the Signum. That's a Long War, that's a hit. Rolling a wound. That is a wound. Need an armor save from you, my
Sanctuary
friend.
did not go off, so I have a 5-up inbone.
And he makes it.
War
Clutch.
stuck.
All right, next we're going to do these 2 crack missiles going in there. And absolutely nothing.
Snake Eyes won't do
Ouch. Where was that last turn on that leadership roll? Next up, we have this plasma gun. Roll and see if it gets hot.
Plasma cannon, yep. It does not get
Does
hot.
not get hot.
got
Definitely
your-
does not get hot. Let's scatter this thing. And it comes this way 5 inches into a whole lot of nothing.
A bunch of good nothing.
That last remaining grav gun popping out the hatch of this Rhino. Put 1 more wound on that Dread Knight. Now it's up to this plasma gun to try and finish him off. Let's do this. Doesn't get hot. Both of them hit.
Need 3s to wound, homie.
2 wounds.
Gotta stick 2 5-ups. I really wish I had Sanctuary right now.
Oh, 1
dangling on with 1. So you still got some firepower left in that unit? The same?
Yep, I got a heavy bolter up there.
Yeah.
Fire those 3 shots. This does have bolter drill, but I ain't gonna need it. Got 2 hits.
Looking for 5s.
Nothing. Nope. All right, moving on to my last best hope. This plasma gun right here.
Ooh.
Nice. Got that 6.
Half the battle is done. You've got to hit.
Rolling a wound. Let's see if we make it.
A 3 is exactly what you needed. Oh my god, it comes down to this.
Getting clutch. Bro.
It's not a 5. It wouldn't even have mattered if it was a 4. Dread Knight down. I'm going to tell you what. In all reality, though, for his money, $53.75 full retail, it took every bit of your army to take him down. I'm going to say this, pound for pound, Grey Knights are looking very strong.
But if you're playing regular Space Marines, you can't beat $55 for a box of Devastators.
No, sir. No,
Not
sir.
at all. End of my 3rd turn, we managed to pick up, after collapsing my whole gun line down on it, we picked up that Dread Knight. We also had to move these 2 guys here back into unit coherency, so it looks like we've got Khaldor Dragos surrounded right now.
Before I give you my game plan, let's see what kind of toys I get to play with. 5-man Deep Striking Terminator unit? Yes, they are. So, G-plan, Terminators coming in, danger close, right there, moving and running to that Devastator squad. Drago is going to rack up his tally on what he can kill dollar value wise. Oh, why hello there, Mr. Dreadnought. Ooh, even closer to you I come.
Uh-oh.
I like it.
I don't.
8 inches from the center. And then now I get to make my circle. So for anybody, they always get, I've learned, back in the day I would have been like, oh no, I'm gonna die. No, there's only 5 models, you're good. Make me my circle. So in our shooting phase, let's see the firepower of this and usefulness of this $50 box of Terminators. Not only are they troop choices, not only do they have hammers and swords and halberds and invulnerable saves, and they're a psyker and they have all this other cool shit, but they deep strike in and they have relentless. So that means, because of Terminator armor, so that means my double side cannon shots, I get 8 shots, are going to be able to put almost the kind of firepower to it, you know, as a dev squad. They're almost like a walking dev squad. So strength 6 rending. So no rends, but some nice quality saves. Riley, you need to make 5.
Yep, so I got 5 3-ups here that I gotta make.
I'll just take a missile launcher or 2. That's all I'm asking for.
Hey, you know, as long as you leave my last cannon and the Signum, I'm good.
I was
And
able to get my 2 missile launchers.
Looks like he got the missile launchers.
So 2 more down. Next up on deck, just we're showing in this game is really showcasing how good the actual bolter is. So I get 6 more shots. That's 10 shots from this unit. Needing 4s. Riley, that is 3 more saves. This unit has made you make 8.
It has, and we're gonna see what you can pick up here.
Oh,
and it looks like that $55 box of Devastators has just had its last bit of value squeezed out of it.
I mean, oh my goodness, that was unreal.
That's painful. There goes my kill box.
Here we are in the assault phase, and it's time to truly, maybe even throw the final blow to these Golden Sentinels. There it is. Here we go. We've got just over a 6-inch charge on the distance, but I'm going to have to leap over this piece of terrain. So I need to stick a 6 or an 8-inch charge to make this happen. 6 isn't going to do it. And actually, I just realized, Riley, this is a dedicated transport with a firing port, and you got guys inside. You get to Overwatch with that grab gun.
Yes, I do. Let's get those grab gun shots rocking. See if we hit. And we got nothing.
All right. Well, it was worth a shot.
It was a good try.
Wow. We didn't even, after failing that 8-inch charge, we were like, hey, we don't need to roll Drago because, again, you guys know we don't show everything. If the battle reports would take a billion minutes. So literally Drago fails a 4-inch charge to hop up and slaughter that next unit. So instead of throwing a final blow, I've really gave Riley a window to do some more damage because Drago did separate, just to reiterate that one more time. But I want to touch on 3 points. 1, he's hiding right back here. I retracted 2. The 3-man unit completely hiding from cover. I've retracted all my easy kill points. I moved and turbo boosted the Razorback to get back here out of that dev squad. Even though I ended up picking the dev squad completely up, I didn't think I would be able to do that. So any easy kill point, I pulled back, and I'm only showing Riley really tough, beefy Terminator multi-wound model units.
So my plan for turn 4, everything is starting to fall apart. This is the end. If I'm going to have any hope of surviving to the end of the game, I really have to really clamp down on these Terminators right here, score some quick kill points, and I'm going to do that by dumping every bit of firepower I have from my plasma guns up here and down here, my Dreadnought, the Grav Gun and Librarian inside here, and even these 2 little guys with their bolters hiding behind those crates. Let's see if we can pull this off. In the movement phase, I just piled everything on, trying to get as many shots off on this Terminator squad here. So now, time to see what the communal die is for the psychic phase. We got 1 extra, so I'm rocking with 4 dice. We're going to put 1 into Psychic Shriek at these Terminators. That goes off.
It does go off. I am going to throw 1. I'm going to throw 7 dice at it. I do stop it.
Alrighty. Then I've got 3 left to play with, going to make this Dreadnought invisible. And looks like that doesn't happen, but the Bones of Ozrak allow me to re-roll failed psychic tests.
You're an animal. Huh! It goes off! Beast
Woo!
mode.
Invisible Dreadnoughts. Who'd have thunk it? First up, we have this untouched 5-man combat squad. We got a plasma gun, 3 bolt guns, rapid firing all of those, and a heavy bolter that moved, so we're making snapshots, but it's a fist, so it gets to pick up those 1s. Let's see if it can happen. And looks like we've got 1, 2, 3.
I'll get rid of the 2s for you,
Yeah,
homie.
thank you, homie. I got 1 here that I can try and pick up that I don't.
Well,
But
both plasma hit, so that's good.
yep, nothing
And then
gets
now
hot.
this was snapfire, so that
Yep.
6 or that 4 moves.
Now let's see some wounds.
Okay.
Not as great. We got 1 from the heavy bolter and 2
All right.
from the plasma guns.
So heavy bolter. And then now 2 5-ups. Alright, I'll take the lead guy drops.
Thank you very much, Mr. Plasma Gun. Next, we've got this venerable Dreadnought with his twin-link las cannon and storm bolter. Twin link las cannons in black, storm bolters are green. Let's see if he can do anything. Everything hits.
No, that 2 needs to be rerolled.
Right.
Or no, it's just a storm bolter, not twin linked. Yep.
No rerolls.
Ooh, okay.
We got a
so
last
1 and 1.
cannon.
All right, last cannon. Oh, I stuck it, but the bolter stuck Long War both of them. Got it.
Next up, we have the lone remaining grav gun. Now, he didn't move. He's just popping out the top hatch there, firing 3 grav shots into these guys.
Trip.
Wow.
Long Wars.
Nice.
You know it's a good day when that happens.
All right. Let's get those 2 ups. We need some money here. 3 wounds. Got 3 5-up saves from you, man.
Oh, my goodness. Here we go. Not good. Not good. I made 1. 2 guys die. This unit is going by the wayside, and that was from here.
I'd call that productive.
There is only 2 left.
Awesome. These 2 from one of my first combat squads are still alive, still kicking. They're going to see if they can put something down on Lord Caldor Drago. All right, that's a long war. Couple of hits. I can pick this one up, which I do.
And now he used to be toughness 5, but he's not anymore, sir.
He's toughness 4.
You need 4s.
Yeah.
You sneaky, sneaky man. 2 2-up saves, and I have no feel, no pain.
And he makes them both.
Good valiant try, though, by the deadly duo.
Good old college try. Last, but most definitely not least, we have this combat squad hiding in the building, looking right down at Lord Caldor Drago, and that's where they're gonna put all their firepower. So let's make it happen. All right, so we got a couple that I can pick up. Both of my plasma gun shots get hot, so it's 2 armor saves on my plasma gunner, which he fails. That is 1 dead Marine. But looks like everything else you see here made it in, so let's roll some wounds. And the heavy bolter makes 1, and the bolters get 4. Let's see some saves here.
Like a champ.
He makes them all. All right, my Dreadnought, seeing this as his last opportunity to put the beat down on some Grey Knights, is going to rush in and give them the fist business. Let's roll for that charge.
I got some strength 10 shooting to overwatch you with. No, I
Do
don't.
you?
No. Couldn't find out that's not a thing.
All right, well, I got 7 inches of charge, so that's way more than enough to get into base-to-base contact. All right, first off, in Initiative Step 10, my Dreadnought's got Hammer of Wrath. Let's see if he can barrel into a Terminator and kill it. That's a hit?
That is a wound. It's just an automatic.
Oh, it's an auto hit.
All I got to do is just make a 2-up save.
Which he does.
I've never failed a 2-up save in my life.
Okay.
Just kidding. All right, so we are. You're actually up first. He cannot hurt. I actually have a +1 strength 5. No crag grenade. Nothing. All right, your attack's up, homie.
Yep. Dreadnought swinging that power fist full of a Gene Stealer skull, and we got 3 hits.
Always picking on the good guys. That poor Gene Stealer. 3 2s, but come to find out, 3 2s is all you need when you're strength 10. I owe you some saves. Here we go. Come on, don't fail me now.
Looks like 2 dead Terminators to me.
And they did. Wow, way to go, Riley. Like, you called out what you wanted, and that's exactly what you got.
Elder Action gets what he wants every time. This turn was actually a pretty great one. I took out enough of those Grey Knight Terminators that deep struck in that it was pretty easy for my Dreadnought to come and mop them up. These combat squads went and did some good hard work, taking out those Terminators too. But the most unlikely hero of this turn, this Rhino, snapped off 2 shots with his Storm Bolter and put another wound on Drago.
Unbelievable.
It was
unbelievable.
Nuts.
Drago is taking wounds to just the most pettiest of things right now.
I think I need to bring las guns next time I play with Grey Knights.
Absolutely. Now, I'm not going to lie. I was hoping those Terminators had a little bit more survivability that deep struck in. It was almost like a waste of $50, but they did take a lot of firepower. But what is so good about these Space Marines that I'm facing, which is so bad for me, is when they combat squad and they've got all these random firepowers from all different angles. So, goal for turn 4 for the good guys is to get rid of these last little 5-man units, especially one that's staring down Drago. I'm not going to worry about this overlapping, failing just to charge. I'm doubling up. Something is dying this turn. All right, my 2 little units, my tactic going into hiding, they can't do that anymore. Drago called in. It was like, get the hell out of here, and we need to take down these pesky little guys. He moved. He can only bust off 2 shots, but this side cannon can see this guy. This assault cannon can see him. So this is where we're at. We're going to try to convert. We've got this guy up first. Both hit. A rend and an armor save. And then I'm just going to go ahead and rapid fire these. We've got the next one. They can only see 1/8. Look at that roll, veterans. I love that. Hey, shout out to our boy Lucas. He would have had a free turn right there in Age of Sigmar. And wow, that's usually what happens. 1 save. All right, Riley, you got some saves to make, Home Slice.
Got my 1 normal save to make right here. He lives. Let's try these 1 normal and 1 cover save. Black's got to be a 5 up. 4 up. 5 up.
5 up.
5 up.
Busted them both down.
Yep.
We're not leaving anything to chance. And to be honest, it's kind of cool, so that's why we're going to do it. Drago is going to opt to throw his Psychout grenade.
Nice.
Right? So, for anybody who knows, that's a small blast, 8-inch range, and it's going to go ahead and center that on top of there. Let's see what we got here. It's not going anywhere because I'm Drago, right? Subtract my... Let's go. Now, it's you take a perils check. So let's see what the result is. Actually, Riley, why don't you roll it? I'm going to let you be your own fate here. I'm hoping for a 1. You're hoping for a 6.
Yeah, let's see if I go Super Saiyan here.
Yeah. What end of the spectrum are we at, Riley?
Let's find out.
Yes!
Oh!
I definitely get what I want. Now, Riley, do me a favor and just make an easy lead 10 check. This would be the first time on camera that a psyker vapes himself off the board. I know he's rolling an 11. Oh,
we're good.
He's good. So either way, that is a wound, and he's gonna do it with his Titan sword in close combat. We've got 2 rolls to make here. 1, Drago. 1 billion inches. Got it. Paladins coming up top. Come to find out, a 4 will not do it when you need to move 3 inches in terrain, which would make it 5 inches. What in the hell, Paladins? Haul ass, for the love of God. So that is another failed. 3 out of 4 failed charges in this kill box that Riley was describing earlier. And it's coming to fruition right now, Riley. Yeah. It's like you're a genius. This is the so many dead bodies that the Grey Knights have killed area that I can't move in close combat.
It's tough to climb buildings in Terminator armor, come to find out.
Drago made quick work of that librarian like it wasn't nothing. But let me tell you what is something. The rest of the Grey Knights haven't capitalized on much in almost 2 full turns, Riley. This is hurting. This is going into turn 5.
Honestly, I didn't think I was going to make it this far when I saw those Grey Knights on the table, but here we are. It's the top of turn 5. I've got Drago and these Paladins coming right into my kill box. I still got a grav gun in this Rhino. I still have a Dreadnought, though he's no longer invisible. And I've still got an untouched tactical squad that isn't in an assault right now. We'll see if we can pick it up. Oh, sorry, I have another untouched combat squad up there ready to start shooting, so we'll see if we can pick anything up. Let's see if these Golden Sentinels hold the line. First shots of the turn, I'm going to fire everything from this squad into Drago. We are well outside of rapid fire range here, so my bolters and my plasma guns are only getting 1 die, but heavy bolters in black, plasmas in green. Let's see if we can do this. And we got 2 to pick up here, which we only get 1. This one, of course, is a miss. See if we can make those wounds. Come on, Golden Sentinels. That's a lot of long
Wow, that
wars.
is everything. That actually is all wounds.
Yep.
Drago is going to Stonewall Jackson. You ready for this? All 2 ups. 3 up. Stonewall Jackson.
Good to go. All right, once more, that Rhino, still in the same spot it's always been. We're going to fire off that 3-shot grav gun right into Drago's back.
That's what you get.
That's one hit.
That's what you get for shooting Drago, future champion, emperor of the humanity. Shoot him in the back.
Well, all I need is one, bud. Would you look at that?
Here we go. I'm gonna right next to it. 6. Called it. Right next to your long war. I'll place a long war. Stonewall Jackson is here on turn 5. He ain't dying.
We're gonna put the old saying, bolters kill Dragos, to the test here. See if we make it. And we got one to pick up. Thank you very much. Don't pick that up. It's a 1 again. Let's get some to wound rolls, see if we can pull anything off. He's toughness 4.
4s and 3s.
Yep, so it looks like everything except 1 hit makes it.
Oh, the heavy bolter inks through.
Heavy bolter shot takes out Lord Kaldor Drago.
All right, recap real quick. Let me see him here. $22. Killed well over $100 worth of stuff.
Easily
$100. 10 Space Marines to include some Stern Guard, a captain, everything else. And he total of 4 wounds. 2 was done by heavy bolter, and 2 were done by regular bolter rounds.
But
unreal.
$50 worth of Space Marines here. These 2 combat squads have easily been doing the most work this
heavy
whole
lifting.
game.
Heavy lifting for sure.
All right, now we're going to do this Dreadnought with his Twin Link Las Cannon and Storm Bolter firing at those Terminators. See if we can clean it up here. Looks like we got, 2 hits. That's
okay.
2 wounds. One of them's instant death.
So instant death, 5
The
up,
black one.
and then a 2 up. Good to go. Drop another one.
Now we're going to see if Elder Acteon's got what it takes to get in contact with these paladins. And he
4
might.
inches. Are you going to tell me that the Golden Sentinels might fail a charge because the Grey Knights have been? Nope.
I would.
Nope.
But it's not true.
Not going to happen today.
First blow of this assault's going to be Elder Acteon belly flopping onto one of these paladins with Hammer of Wrath. Here goes. That is a wound. But it don't get through.
All right, so now we are up to, I get a bunch of crack grenades at you. When I mean a bunch, it looks like 4, and you get to swing some power fisties.
Let's see if it happens.
So, you want to go ahead and roll?
Yep. So that's 4 power fist attacks, strength 10, AP 2. Ow.
Yeah, and I'm weapon skill 5, so
Yep.
that 3 does not, yep.
1 hit. That's a wound.
I'm channeling a 5. Not a
That's
5.
another dead paladin.
Okay, so we're going to go with sword out of here. I have a total of 4 crack grenades coming back because I have no hammer hands, I have no hammer, I have nothing left in that unit that can really interact with it. I need those 6s one more time. Looking for long wars to glance. Nope. Leadership, -2. 8, stick it on the nose. If I'm not mistaken, actually, let me just double check real quick.
Let's see
I
if
can't
the
remember
time
if it's a
makes it.
9 or a 10. Yep. All right, so that is a fail, by the way. I'm leadership 9,
Nice.
which is 1 too many. So initiative check to try to get away. Hey!
Looks like you're running.
Pretty solid. That was actually something going my way there. That was basically a hit and run. And I'm going to go 7 total inches. Just going to follow suit right behind.
Back on the kill box. So turn 5 went better than I expected to. I really put the hurt on these Terminators, but most importantly, I knocked out Kaldor Drago with a single heavy bolter shot from this man right here. He's got one last turn to clean up, and we'll see how this one plays out. But I'm excited. I'm feeling good.
Okay, turn 5. We know that this is it. I have got to figure out some easy kill points of this. because of this paladin unit did not want to make a couple charges, I feel, my gut instinct feels like I'm behind in the kill points race. So I need to figure out right now how I can get at least this unit. This is a free unit that I've been passing up on. Do I push, try to get this, and or try to dig one of these combat squads out of the terrain? Here we are in the shooting phase. We've got this assault cannon, or excuse me, this side cannon that's chilling in the back. He gets his full shots this turn to try to pick on, again, this one single guy that we can see. That is a cover and a normal save, homie.
Alrighty. And
stuck them both.
Yep, looks like we good.
Oh no, this was a 5-up cover save, not a 4.
Yeah, so I did lose one.
Yep, just this guy that he could see. And then now the Dreadnought is going to bust down his assault cannon. That is 4 3-up saves. How you feeling? Give me a scale 1 to 10, Riley. Speechless, got it.
3
Speechless.
I'm
Here it
feeling
is.
3 ups. What I'm feeling.
Oh, there it is. I like it. I like it when my plan is coming together. All right, side cannon shooting up top, followed by some storm bolters. Side cannon, storm bolters. Side cannon, 1, followed by 2 more bolters. So that's 2 saves that you have to make to the squad up top.
2 saves I just made to the squad up top.
All right, I'm gonna give you some Overwatch because this is turn 5. We know that this is it. I'm gonna try to stick this charge. Don't fail me now. Last charge of the game. Boom, 10. But Riley, you got some Overwatch for me.
I do.
And now I know I'm gonna lose a model because you don't have any plasma. You only have bolters, and I'm really scared. No sarcasm in that at all.
Hey,
I am truly scared.
Bolters have been the ones killing the big stuff this entire game.
If it's not a 6, it's a 1, it feels like.
Yep, plenty of 1s to try and pick up some 6s off of that. Let's hope for some long wars. We got one more.
One more
out of the heavy bolter.
Yeah.
Rolling the wound. That is 1 heavy bolter wound.
Got it.
Yep, he's good to go.
Whew. Finally made a charge. Soft golf clap, Paladins. Dude's coming in hot. Just going to put this guy right here. We know where he's at. Also, wobbly model, so we don't try to break anything. I do have frag grenades, so this is all going to be happening. This is throwing down at the same time. I've got a sword. That is 2 dead guys. We've got his halberd at +1 strength, so these hit on 3s. And then they wound on 3s. So I have 4 total dead guys.
Yep.
And a stave.
That's everybody. There's only 4.
Oh, there was only 4.
Yeah.
I thought there was a 5th.
No, he blew himself up. He had a plasma gun.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to make sure we get this right. This $50 box, which is 1 billion points on game table, has finally killed their first unit since Drago picked up the chapter master on turn 2.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, Paladins, you should be ashamed of yourself right now. Riley, that is it. What a great game.
Seriously.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've been saying it, but there is no turn 6. That's not what these do. These $300 budget beatdowns are only going to be 5 turns. So, Riley, congratulations. What a great, great game. Can't wait for the next, in the next minute, for the next segment where we do the battle report breakdown.
Yep.
It's going to be really good. So, ladies and gentlemen, please head on over to longwar.net. Become a veteran of the Long War today so you get all the juicy details of exactly what just happened today and today's winner. Thank you, everybody.
If you like these battle reports, check out thelongwar.net. Become a member of the Hall of Veterans today for the fastest growing library of war game related video content, modeling, painting, and playing. Not to mention all the sick discounts we receive from some of our sponsors. TheLongword.net is committed to bringing hobby back, and we can't do it without you.